Actually, Baramulla is a very musical.
Yeah.
Baramulla. The thing is about Kashmir, and I think you hear it in the music. There's a melancholic tone. I think that the region also has because of the history of Kashmir, and if even in a happy song, it's happiness against all odds.
Yeah.
We're the Blackberry Boys. Oh, yes. That there's a lot of flexing that happens when people buy a concert ticket, like which is why Travis Scott had to perform Fame 4 times, like because like nobody knew the rest of his material.
Women really have a voice today to express something that a situation that they're not comfortable with.
Clinton and Bianca, welcome to CNN News 18. Clinton and Bianca, you're popularly known as the musical duo Shor Police. Clinton and Bianca, your new songs from the film Baramulla are being embraced by the audiences. The music of Baramulla feels deeply tied up to the landscape of Kashmir.
Yes.
How did the location and its atmosphere influence your song choices for this film?
Yes. So the when we met up for the first time to discuss the songs and the score, it was very clear that the sound and the soundscape had to be rustic. So we didn't want to make it too electronic because we've done in the previous films that we've done, we've always kept it a hybrid. But in this case, we wanted to lean more towards the folk instruments. We've used rabab in the score and in the songs. We wanted the audience, to really feel the music through what they were seeing as well. We wanted both of them to have a connection. So that was very important for the director, and it translated in the music as well.
Yeah, but at the same time, when we were working on the title track, because that was not part of the film, we really took that as a chance to kind of create a different soundscape for the title track. So the title track is extremely electronic, you know, which is also what we love to do, and it's a genre we love to explore, and that's in stark contrast to the other two songs, and also the rest of the score. The rest of the score is completely. I would say I wouldn't really say rustic. Maybe rustic kind of gives you that impression that it's very rural in its approach, but I feel that it is not that at all because it's very modern in its thought process. But the instruments are very true to the region. So they're very regional instruments, but they are completely treated in a modern score kind of way. You wouldn't have heard them being played that way. So that's very interesting to us because we've taken those instruments and then we've done use them to create textures. We've used them to create pulses. So it's very interesting in terms of how the audience perceives those instruments, probably in a slightly newer way or something that they never necessarily heard before.
So then, which song took the maximum time to create?
Um, well, overall, we didn't have a lot of time to finish all three songs. We had quite a tight deadline. So all three of them had to be done pretty much simultaneously. The first one that we composed was the one that Shilpa Rao has sung, which is Neend Ke Shikari. And I think on a compositional level, we didn't take so much time because it's a blend between original composition with the old folk Kashmiri songs. So there are two songs which are Kashmiri folk. The first one, which Shilpa Rao has sung, which is Neend Ke Shikare, which is a remake, a more melancholic remake of the very peppy, cheerful Hookus Bookus. So that's the first one, which was, and the lyrics were a combination of the old, uh, the lyrics that
Very
Siddhant
cool.
Kaushal
Yes.
And Mona Thakur.
and Monal Thakur. Yes. And the second one was a complete Kashmiri folk song.
Yeah, Arni Rangome.
Yes.
So then,
So
talking about the Shilpa Rao song, it's Neend Ke Shikare. that reimagines a Kashmiri folk melody. According to you, what is unique about the music of the valley that makes it special compared to rest of the country?
Hmm. The thing is about Kashmir, and I think you hear it in the music. There's a melancholic tone. I think that the region also has. I've been to Kashmir personally, and I have always felt that while it's so beautiful, it's just rugged, raw beauty, and there's a sadness in that beauty. So I don't know whether that's because of the history of Kashmir and how it's always been such a troubled land, but it permeates in the culture, it permeates in, even sometimes in the food you eat. And while it's so beautiful and so robust and so tasty, there is something there that gives you that feeling of slight unrest,
Yeah, yeah,
you know and that's also reflective of music. So when you create the music, it's important to uh, try to, even in a happy song, it's happiness against all odds.
yeah. That's a nice way to put it. Yeah.
But is there a Kashmiri folk song that you think perhaps people need to hear it or discover it that you came across while researching on the film music?
No, so this one, the one that we liked most was
The the second,
Arni Rangome.
sorry,
Beautiful.
Gome, is a beautiful. We had discovered a bunch of songs at that time, and we were trying to pick from there. And they're so very beautiful melodies. Some used for weddings, some used for just occasions and things like that. So
Yeah.
it was a little hard to, because they were all beautiful melodies, but it was a little hard to pick one for this specific film because of the subject matter, right? But I think so, because it's so beautifully put, the way Clinton said, it is so beautiful, but there is so much darkness to it. But eventually, we picked the one that we used in the film, which is just a lovely melody.
You know, we're talking so much about Baramulla's music. Would you please like to give us few lines of one of your favorite songs?
Sure, we can sing a little bit of the song that we composed, the self-titled one
That we sang ourselves.
that we sang
We
ourselves.
composed all of them, but this is the one that we also sung ourselves.
No.
So we'll just sing the chorus part. गलियां बदलती गलियां बदलती कभी रंग में कभी ढंग में कहीं राज धापे सोच समझ के पार ये दुनिया कहाँ क्या मिले पता ना चले कहाँ पे इन बारामुल्ला Dun, 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 dun. All these faces dun, 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 dun.
गुमराह हो रहे
Dun, 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 dun.
can escape
This madness, this madness. ये है बारामुल्ला.
Ah, cool. What a catchy song, I must say. And
Thank you.
you use it is so interesting.
Yeah, so that part I was singing was actually a rabab phrase that Bianca had composed for the score of the film, and it's something that it became such a hooky thing
Yeah, it
in the
was so
film.
haunting, I think.
It
Yeah.
Yeah, it got such a vibe in some of the key scenes that the director totally felt it elevated the film instantly. So we decided to capitalize on that and use that in the title track as well.
Because he kept saying when he first heard it, I wish people could hear more of this. So I was like, let's use it in the song.
But then, I was researching about the music, and back in the day, there were songs that were about timing, about cities, which are some of the cities that you find phonetically very catchy and can become a great hook line.
Actually, Baramulla is a very musical
Yeah.
Baramulla. I mean, the way it turned out, it was just something that the name kind of led to that. It led to that tune.
I
I
can't
don't
think
think
of
this.
anything.
Yeah,
And
you
there were
can't
so many
really say.
songs about Mumbai being used in the title, or not much of Delhi or Punjab, but cities of
Yeah, or
Mumbai.
Chennai, for example.
Yeah.
Don't hear much.
Maybe smaller towns have phonetically.
Maybe Faridabad would be a nice one. Faridabad, like things like that. But interesting. Interesting thought.
Yeah.
Both of you have advertising background. How did your experience in advertising, like creating jingles, shape your approach towards film music?
I think, yeah, you
What
have
the?
a lot of
I think
compositional experience with
no,
advertising.
you do as well
I
now.
mean, in advertising, the more experience that I've had has been as a singer. So for me, as a singer, it's always helped because you have to be really versatile in advertising. You can't just be good at one thing. At least that's how it was when we started out. You had to be, if you got called in to do a rock track or a ballad or like a up-tempo pop cheery track, you'd have to be able to do everything. So I think that has really helped me not only as a vocalist, but also it it gets you to listen to a lot of different genres of music. And even though I may have only been a singer at that time when I was doing advertising, I had a very compositional head, which I never realized, right? So I would listen to different genres of music, and I think that also helped me as I transitioned
Yeah.
as a composer.
Yeah, because she's very creative, even as a singer. Whenever we used to work on sessions where I would call her to sing the commercials that I was doing, and she had a very creative approach even behind the mic. So that's when you realize that somebody is has a composer's brain, which they're not kind of tapping into. So then when we
Absolutely.
started working together, I realized that she always had it. She just never realized that she had it and was not able to like break that barrier, of seeing
Yeah.
yourself as a singer. You see yourself as one thing, and then you realize, okay, no, I can totally do this.
But then, which is the quirkiest jingle that both of you have worked?
I think
I
one
mean, at
was
least you
Lose
could.
the Juice was something that we worked on very recently, which was for
Lemonade.
yeah, was for Limonata for
Yeah.
Sizzle, a director called Sizzle, and it was quite a quirky one, and it was like it has this just lose the juice, and it's got this very very quirky, rustic, rhythmic, yet funky vibe to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
was one of the quirkiest ones. But I mean, otherwise in the past, Blackberry Boys has definitely been one of the quirkiest ones that
Yeah.
I've worked on and which became quite memorable and iconic.
Yeah.
We're the Blackberry Boys. Oh, yes, we're the Blackberry Boys.
Do you
You
see
know?
that advertising gives you a wider room perhaps, or
Yes.
give chance you to explore more with the sound than say film music? Do you see, because there?
Yeah, it does. But see, I totally agree with what Bianca said about the versatility. That's the main thing that advertising really fine tunes you when it comes to versatility because in a short format, in a short time frame, you have to do very different things. But
Yeah.
at the same time, there's a lot that you have to unlearn when you're working on a long format. And it's something that very often, even in the filmmaking realm, you find a lot of ad directors failing there when it comes to working in long format. Their film sometimes looks like a collection of ads. It looks like every scene is one mini ad, and it doesn't have a cohesive structure, or the screenplay has not been fleshed out in such a way that there is a cohesion over a length of time, over a period of 2 hours, and a lot of directors have failed there. And I felt that somewhere advertising is very micro, a film is macro. So you get so used to thinking micro that in 30 seconds you have to make one point, and not just one point, but you have to hit several key areas and key seconds of the thing that is very hard to break out of that and think over a longer time frame. Now the song lets you experience one emotion in 5 minutes, or sometimes a score lets you take one scene for a good 20, 15, 20 minutes, and you're trying to explore different facets of that one emotion while the character is going through certain things. So that you have to get out of that micro mind space, and you have to think macro, and that's a slightly different sensibility.
I really love your cover version of Channa Meria.
Oh, thank you.
He has crossed over 5 million, 7 million views.
I suppose I've,
Is it?
I've not we've not checked recently.
Do you think a cover version, if done right, can become a big hit as the original?
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen it in so many remix cases, right? As well. All the big songs and all the old Bollywood songs that have been remixed, like Bachna Hai, Hasino, and all of those. Yeah. So a remix, I suppose, or a cover can really transform a song. Lots of people have become really famous after doing covers also.
We love to do that also because I feel that, some of the best artists in the world did in the West have done covers because they want to pay tribute to their favorite artists and to their favorite songs. It's only over here I feel that somewhere there's a mindset, yeah, and the cover version is a bad thing, or it's like a less than till you can do your
Yeah.
own originals or till you can this thing. It's not the case. I feel that so we are very proficient at doing our own original music, but yet we find no shame in doing a cover
Yeah.
because we like a cover and we want to
Yeah.
put our own spin on it. So the idea is that when people hear some of our covers, especially the set that we do live has many mashups covers that people have never heard because we've not put them on YouTube.
Yeah.
But for that, you have to come to a Shor Police gig and experience it, especially if you're performing at a private event or something. If you happen to be there, if you will experience songs that you have never heard in certain contexts in this way. You've
Yeah.
never heard, and you'll be like, wow, I've never thought that this could be combined with this. And that's the beauty of sometimes people saying that we love your version more than the original,
Yeah. Sometimes it happens.
and that's the best compliment for us.
I think we have also experienced it sometimes when you go to a concert and your favorite artist decides to do a cover of a song. You may have not even liked that original, but suddenly you like the song.
So then, your Coke Studio song Madari became an instant hit. It's quite unconventional for the mainstream pop in India. What do you think was the riskiest choice you made while creating that song?
uh, Actually, if the funny thing is that it just everything just fell into place. I don't think anything was a risk. I think it was all quite well planned, and it just happened that it just it just kind of worked out. But I will say that like Sonu Kakkar's part, we really didn't know what we were going to do, and we were rehearsing we had like 10 days of rehearsals because we had to shoot all the six songs in one day. There was one tech day, there was one rehearsal day where there were going to be no cameras, and the day of the shoot was when there were going to be 11 cameras, and we were going to have to live record onto 64 tracks the whole thing at the same time. So audio and video are recording together, so there's no room for error. So that's why we had 10 days of rehearsal where the whole band knew the arrangements. I went through the arrangements with every musician personally first and then put them together. So that last day, this was the only part where we were unsure what to do, and we called Sonu Kakad, and we were all having our snack break. We were having like samosas and like that kind of thing. That we were all sitting outside in this like at the Whistling Woods where the rehearsals were happening, and Manoj, Sonu, and I we were just sitting together, and he said, "ये कबीर का एक दोहा है," and he just brought out these lyrics, and she took the lyrics in her hand and she started improvising on the lyrics while we were having our samosas and all,
Oh my God.
like just there on the table. And I was like, okay, I started just giving her some things. Okay, what about this line? Can we do this with this line? Oh, then she would take it even higher. Okay, now just build it a little bit like this. Okay, let's go put it together. And I would call Sean and like, hey, Sean, let's go in. Just one guitar player, just call him out of the thing. Let's go back into the room. Let's just see how this is working. And he while he's playing, she's singing. And by the time all the musicians assembled back to the rehearsal, by then the snack break was over. That part was ready. That part was done. It was like it just happened in a space of like 10
Crazy.
minutes, 10-15 minutes. And it creates so much magic in the song.
Would you please like to give us few lines of it? Madari.
Okay, sure. You sing with me.
Yeah.
Madari, Madari, Madari. मदारी मेरा तू मैं जम्मूरा रे जम्मूरा जम्मूरा रे जम्मूरा मदारी 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 मेरा तू मैं जम्मूरा रे जम्मूरा जम्मूरा रे जम्मूरा रे.
Wow, lovely song. You made your Telugu debut with the film Shubham.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was produced by Samantha Ruth Prabhu,
Yes.
and the soundtrack featured R&B, rap, and hip hop songs. Telugu cinema is largely dominated by composers like S. Thaman, M. Keeravani, and DSP. How challenging was it for you to carve out a space and bring your experimental sound to Telugu industry?
Yeah, it was challenging, it was exciting at the same time. I have very little experience in it, although Clinton has done many songs in Telugu.
As a singer,
I,
but not as a composer.
as a singer, I think I have done one song in Telugu,
I've not done that
one or
many in
two
Telugu,
songs,
frankly.
more in Tamil.
Mostly Tamil, yeah. The Telugu ones are just redubs of the Tamil songs.
Yes. But the South industry, by and large, we have always been a fan of a lot of artists, whether it's Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam. So for us, this was a real challenge. We were excited. We didn't know what to expect. We didn't know how it was going to turn out. But we knew that whatever songs we were going to compose, we wanted them to be not like anything else. We did listen to a lot of South cinema songs, but at the same time, we wanted to do a Shor Police on on the film songs that we were composing. So it was very exciting.
Yes, yes. And it was the best part was that we did this whole Telugu film while we were on the road during the last gig season. We were traveling so much. So we ended up doing a lot of the compositional elements just literally with a mobile setup in the hotel
Yes.
room, like kind of just putting ideas down and then going
Yeah.
back to the studio in Mumbai, fleshing it out. It was crazy. Like the schedule was quite crazy, but we pulled it off.
We just wanted to make a bunch of fun songs, actually. So
But do you agree the competition is very tough in the Telugu industry
yes,
compared to Bollywood?
Very frankly,
yes,
we are looking for more projects in the Telugu industry because we love the space.
yeah,
Musically, it's very challenging, and not just challenging in a good way because you have the freedom to experiment a lot.
agreed.
But to bag the projects is difficult. So it's something that we are still trying to work towards.
You have to do a lot of networking there, are you saying?
Yes, and unfortunately, being based in Bombay, you don't know where to start. So you don't really get a good sense of how to proceed.
How the system works there also, because of course, like everywhere, everyone does have their cliques. Every director is used to and comfortable with certain music composers, so obviously it's going to be hard to break into that circle.
I love your song Tu Toh Gaye Re from the film Bob Biswas.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Used
that's
by Sujoy Ghosh and directed by Dia, Sujoy's daughter.
yes,
What
that's
brief was given to you for the song?
actually, the song was the character was completely crazy. So so it had to be something that was completely out of the box. I was with Shekhar in the studio, and he was guiding me at that point. And he said, "I just want you to just be free when you're singing this song, and it has to be just crazy." So so I don't know if it was because I was called because I also sang a crazy song like Moje Nena, but but we had a lot of fun doing that film also because we composed the score for Bob Biswas and the song Januna, which is another one that we did
Yes, and
together.
Dia loved her vibe so much
Yeah.
as a composer working with me that she kind of pulled her into the rest of the film. And I was like, you know what, she doesn't want to come to the studio 5 days a week, but you can ask her, and and it's like that's how we started working on a lot of films.
Yeah.
That was the starting point of a really cool, I think,
Yes.
kind of new sound that Shore Police could bring to cinema because of uh, her kind of pop sensibility that goes very contrasting to my world and more kind of I would say orchestral, jazz, all those influences that I have, that I bring to the table versus what she brings to, which is like something very hard hitting, very hooky, very accessible, but also in a very cool way. And so when we combine our musical forces, people take notice, and that's what's been working.
Yeah, I think that film will be special for us because it was the first one that we worked on together.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
And it was Joy's daughter's first film, Dia's first film.
Yes,
yes, right.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
So did was Abhishek Bachchan also was he present during the sound recording?
Not during the sound recording. No, he
No,
wasn't.
he wasn't. But
Yeah.
we've met him a couple of times otherwise for other stuff, and he's very, very sweet. He loved the music as well.
Yeah, yeah. He's such a sweet person.
You collaborated on the song Manhattan from the film English to English, which blends Western and Indian elements. How did working on a film starring the legendary Sridevi influence your creative approach towards the track?
Yeah, it was first of all such a cute film, and it's one of those films that you can keep watching. She was so amazing in that film, and I just thought it was so quirky. The music was so quirky. Amit Trivedi did an amazing job with the music, especially Manhattan, so quirky. But and also my rap part, which was very very cool. But it was also so coincidental that this was way before Clinton and I started collaborating together,
Before
and
Shore Police was actually.
before Shore Police. And we didn't even know that we were on the same song. We came in complete separately. I came in to do my part, and then I found out later that he had sung the first part of the song. It was
It was quite cool.
it was pretty cool, yeah. And we have also, I think we performed the song when we first started performing together. We used to
Yes,
perform Manhattan together with the whole
yes,
band. But yes, it was a really like unexpected
yes.
collaboration.
Twist of fate.
Twist of fate.
What was Sridevi's reaction to the song when she heard it for the first time?
I actually don't know because I don't, I don't know, but
I think we were not there when she
we
got
were
it the
not
first
there
time.
when when
But
we were recording the song.
yeah, but I'm sure she would have loved it. Yeah.
Talking about performing together, uh, with the gig economy on the rise and more international artists performing in India,
Yeah.
through sometimes, although though sometimes facing challenges like Travis Scott concert in Delhi, do you see Indian music scene as a fully evolved market for the global act, or is it still niche?
I think it's still niche. Not just niche, I would say niche is not necessarily the correct word, but I feel that there's a lot of flexing that happens when people buy a concert ticket, like which is why Travis Scott had to perform Fame 4 times, like because like nobody knew the rest of his material, and so the thing is that um, it's kind of one of those things where very often there's people really don't really follow the journey of an artist, but yet when the artist is coming to Mumbai or where the artist is playing in India, they feel that they want to just be there because it's the right thing to do, and so they want to be seen at these events. And some of them, I feel like we need to have a lot more evolution in terms of how the music business, like slowly it's been happening. I mean, now you have indie artists that are actually on the charts as much
Yeah.
as Bollywood artists are, but there's still a long way to go, I feel.
Yeah. Although I do think, I mean, the flip side is that India is finally getting to see all their favorite artists, which is a big deal for us. I mean, we're coming from a space where we had to travel abroad in order to watch anyone of any significance. So, in that aspect, I think in terms of opportunity, like the kids are really lucky today because they've got everyone coming down. So, in that sense, it's booming.
So, what happened at Travis Scott concert? Do you think that is why collaborations with Indian artists are essential?
I don't like it. I honestly, I feel like I would like to watch the artist set unadulterated.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to watch some local artist just coming in and just collaborating for the sake of a collaboration. I personally I don't enjoy it if you ask me. But
It can be really amazing, like when Keen collaborated with Anushka Shankar.
yes, yes.
I think that was pretty
And
iconic.
even when King collaborated with Jonas Brothers, when they for the Jonas Brothers concert,
Okay.
when King came and sang that
Yes.
They had a
the
song
Yes,
together.
please.
They actually had a song together. That's why.
yeah, he sang
I
Man
think
Meri
was in
Jaan,
Janata
right?
Gandhi opening for some of the international acts. Shilpa Rao did, or
See,
others actors.
Yeah.
opening is a different thing.
Opening
Opening
is
is
a,
cool. I
yeah,
mean,
opening
opening
is
is
cool.
it's fine if you're create setting up a vibe.
Yeah.
But when an artist sometimes sometimes the collaborations that happen, it clearly happened to just capitalize on the fact that the Indian audiences all know this person. And it's never even done with any correct like thought process or musically justifying the collaboration. It has to be musically
Yeah.
justified,
Yeah.
and that's when you know that the music director, like the show director, has to know what he's doing when he's
Yeah.
combining two elements.
Yeah.
Can't just bring some local artist and musically not justify it. If it's
Yeah.
justified musically, then no
Yeah.
problem.
Which is why I felt that the Anushka Shankar Keen one was so beautifully done.
Yeah.
So I think like if a little thought has gone into it rather than just a jam, that would be ideal for an audience.
The most talked about collaboration is between Ed Sheeran and Arjit Singh for Sapphire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a
That
perfect example of how well it can be
it's
done.
very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. I think you were talking mainly about the live when
Yeah.
artists come on live,
But they
right? But
generally like to collaborate with the local artist who opens for them. We've seen Jaslyn Royal was
yes.
told badly for
Yeah.
when.
Yeah.
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 For me, that's a perfect example of how one should not do a collab. Like if you ask me, it's a perfect example of how one should not do a collab or like on stage, because it's just the wrong. It's. I mean, of course, it's that's totally.
Could have been fine, but if it was worked out well, but I guess certain logistic issues also have to be taken into consideration. Everything has to align itself.
You know, in the recent years, Bollywood has seen the impact of Me Too movement, bringing some changes in how women are treated. How safe do you feel the music industry is for the female artist?
I think things have changed a lot over the years. I think women are a lot more, women really have a voice today to express something a situation that they're not comfortable with. And I think that that's really important for women to do, to still do, because that's the only way because at the end of the day, power is power, right? People are always going to take advantage of a situation, take advantage of young artists that are trying to make it work, artists that are hungry and will do whatever it takes. Ultimately, I think the music industry is pretty much the same on a global level. Every artist has so much fire inside of them that they just want to do whatever it takes. So I think that's where I think women have it the hardest, is because they're constantly subject to some executive or some whatever that some composer, whatever that's going to be in their space where they're going to have to stand up for themselves. So, but it has changed. It has come a long way, I think, today, and women are a lot more aware of their power. So,
Much more safer, you're saying?
definitely, I think so. I think ultimately it's a choice that you make. It is. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out and talking to me and sharing
Thank you,
your
Thanks,
views
Vishal.
Vishal.
for a song. It was lovely talking to you. And before you go, would you please like to give a few lines of your favorite song from Baramulla for your fans?
बीत गए वो दिन सुनहरे गहरी है अंधेरी रात डर मत तू ना है अकेली ये सब जो है तेरे साथ लोरी गाती वादियाँ और बर्फीली पहाड़ियाँ नींद के शिकारे पे आ
Lovely voice and lovely song. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Lovely
Vishal.
talking to you.
Yes, thank you,
Thanks for
Vishal.
having us.
Thank you. Thank you.